Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, hello. Yeah, good morning everybody. Good morning, good morning. Let's see, where's my chat window on this stupid thing here? That's it? There's no chat? Oh, we got a pop out chat. Pop out, pop out, pop out. There it is. Boom. Pop that sucker out. Alright, there we go. Wow, man. Another day. Another $1.50. Got my coffee. Got my AC kicked on. See what that does. Actually, close this door here. Close the door. I got the AC running, kids. Close the door. There we go. Gotta get some weather stripping on that door. And it's not doing well. Oh, man. Yeah, this bus is kicking my butt, man. It's that heat, I'm telling you. Right now, I feel good. It's nice out here. It's only like 80, 82 in the morning. You know, dry heat, though. So it's mellow. But it's like there's a little chill in here, you know. It's okay. It's not really a chill. Nothing's heated up. You get a lot more energy. It starts getting hot. You start getting, so tired. Yeah, the heat saps it out of you. So we got this floor, man. I spent a lot of time last night contemplating this floor, man. Do I take it out? I know everybody takes it out. I know everybody talks about rust under the floor, problems. There ain't no problems, man. I don't know. I go back and forth. You know, I want to do it the right way. You know, I feel like it'd be nice if the whole floor was up and I could put a clean, fresh slate. But every time I look at that, you know, is people doing insulation, which, yeah, I wish it looks good. What's up, Fable? Come on! Yeah. No, it looks cool, you know. Oh, I forgot links again, man. Anyways, when they put the insulation, you know, underneath and it's all nice, you know, but you're talking an 2-inch insulation, and then you put a subfloor, and then you put your regular floor, and, you know, it builds up. How insulated do I really need the floor? Isn't the ceiling more important? And I ain't doing the ceiling. So I'm kind of leaning towards, I don't know, man. I want to rip it all out. But man, this is not going to come out easy, bro. This floor is not going gentle into that good night, that's for sure. Oh no. It's going to, this floor is going to kick my ass taking it out. And for what? What am I really going to get? Because I can't, there's no way I can insulate it. Because I also found out I measured up at the front. It's only half an inch. This subfloor, plywood, whatever. So I mean, I know it's only a quarter-inch difference of what I thought, but it's, you know, there's not much here to work with. So picking it up, I don't see them getting that much benefit from it, other than, you know, you're gonna see me do a lot more work. Right, Fable? I don't know what I'm gonna get out of it if I. So I think I should just leave the damn floor, man. Just leave it. The subfloor, you know, podcasting them were right. There's nothing that wrong with this subfloor. It's just dirty. I'm going to, you know, we'll clean all the edges, you know, really get this thing out from dirt, and then get a grinder, you know, grind this down. The air is working good right now because it's cool. So, I mean, it works, dude. No, I should have got, you know, to really make this place cool, I should have got one, you know, just way bigger than that, but I wasn't sure if I could make it fit, and, well, I could, but they're expensive, dude. This one was 129 bucks for that AC. That's the cheapest one they had at, like, Lowe's and Home Depot and all that. And then they just jump. I mean, I told you there's one that's 179, but it's basically the same BTU, just has a remote. It's a little more. Then the next level is like $300. You know, it's not something I'm keeping in the bus. So, what's up, Painful? Um, So it's not something I'm keeping. I'm gonna permanently install. So I didn't want to spend, all that money, dude. I just wanted a little cool zone. So yeah, it's working now. I got it kicked on. It's installed neatly with the clamps and the 2x4. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. But I gotta get yeah, brother, look, this is my bus. You don't believe me? Come on, Khazar. Look, we got the bus here. We tore out all the seats, the rubber on the floor. We're making a crazy bus here, man. Yeah, so I mean, I guess that's it. I keep going back and forth when I'm not in here and working and stuff. I'm like, shit, I should rip out that whole floor, insulate, do the whole thing, and then when I come in and see it, I'm like, well, why? What am I doing here? I mean, I don't know. Those nails that they put in this floor, those twisty nails, pain in the ass, dude. What's up, True? Pain in the fucking ass, dude. What the fuck is going on here? Oh, the shop vac. Yeah, well, I get lonely, True. I need my shop vac. So yeah, I think we're gonna leave the floor. I'm gonna fix this one piece that I jacked. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this. Let me cut this out right now. We got a sheet of not plywood. I actually got OSB, but what are you gonna do? It was the right dimension, and cost. That's what's weird too. The plywood they sell. I don't know how long it's been like this, dude, but it's weird. What's up, 10 pound penny? It's weird the sizes. There's no like half and 3/4 and 1 inch. Everything's like 1932 and 20. 5/8. Well, I mean that's a little over half. That was the most common size I've had, but everything's in these weird fractions of sizes for these boards. I don't know. So I think what I got was actually 1932 OSB, which is close. This is only 1/2 inch underfloor here. I don't know. Should we just mark it and cut it? Let's get to some power tools, man. Start cutting, right? I'm gonna cut out that one slice. And we'll go from there. Oh, hey, oh, the back. All right, where's my saw? Hold on, let me go get my saw. Is that AC? It doesn't do much, this little AC, I'll tell you that. But yeah, it's pumping cold right now. It's pumping cold. We could get a head start. Maybe if I left it on like all night, I could see if I could get a cool down in this man. It ain't a very strong one, dude. My gloves too, man. In here still. Oh yeah, there's one. I got my shirt. use it as a rule. Hey! Alright. And my tape measure. Let me suit up here. This is gonna, what? Way too much spare time, brother. You see what I'm doing here? Khazar, what's spare time? I'm working non-stop on this crap, man. You know? That's a funny expression too, spare time. Ain't none of us got spare time, brother. We've only got what we've got. And nobody tells you how long the clock is. I don't care if you're hitting that treadmill and eating your veggies, or if you're a 3 Big Mac a day dude. You still don't know what your time is, man. So there ain't no wasting time, man. That's just the way you look at it. If you look at it as wasting time, you're just being negative about your whole life. There's no time wasted. There's only time. With that, let's kindly slice out. All right, what was I going to slice out here? Let's see. I might take a good 16 chunk out of this, just so we get past all of this. 12 will get us right there. Why not? Here, you want to see what we're doing here? Let's get it down into the time wasting view. Oh, the balloon. Everybody wants to know about the balloon. We'll get to that. Maybe I can just go to New Mexico on a travel and get an old hot air balloon. Put it up there. I don't know. So what I'm doing here, actually, because we messed up this board trying to get it out, because I did not know this was nailed down as much as it was. It just like cracked everywhere. So what we're doing is we're going to measure over, I think we'll measure over, yeah, I think a foot. We'll measure over 1 foot right here and go up 48 inches, so a sheet of plywood, which I got. And I'm just going to cut out a rectangle of the plywood, pop it right in. Or the OSB, whatever's clever. So we'll start actually here in the corner. We get a nice little mark right here. We'll put a mark right here. You know, you gotta know what side you're marking. I'm marking right on the line. And then we're gonna go out 48 from here. This is where it gets a little tricky because it's not exactly right. You know, I could go up further where the damage is, but you know, the damage is done, This is where the 48 line is, right? We want to stay on the insides of that. So we'll go a 12 from here. Where is that line? There he is, there. So we'll go a 12 right here. Right there, 12. And then we'll do one in the middle just to be a funny guy. Just to be a funny guy. That's just going to mess us up, this middle one. Unnecessary, but what do you do? And we'll mark this sucker with our handy dandy straight edge, which is a piece of the bus that I took apart, right? So then we're gonna mark this sucker right on that line. Where's this little dot I made? Right there, right there. Where's the third? There it is. These two end ones are more important, actually. Right there, right? All right. Like this, that's it right there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. God damn, these markers suck. You're supposed to be a Sharpie, dude. A permanent, super duper marker. Yeah, I know, I should be using pencil, right? I couldn't find a goddamn pencil, man. So I just killed this Sharpie, man. Damn it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to cut that line. I can barely. Can you guys see it? I can barely see the damn line. I need the pencil. Shit, this is not gonna make it easy. What could I use for this here? You know, I suppose I could just do this, right? Cutting the floor out. I'm just cutting out the piece I messed up, dude. Because we just cracked it all up right here. So I'm just doing a repair is what I'm doing, actually. I'm not cutting the whole floor out. Just repairing this one area here. There we go. Put that on the line there. I wonder if just marking it like this would work. With my saw blade. No, it's not doing anything. I'm not cutting it at all. Shit, hold on, let me go see if I let me see if I have a construction pencil. You know, one of those flat, fat ones? Everything. You got kids around, they take and use everything. And it's gone. Hold on, let me do it. Damn markers anymore. Alright. Wow, that's a weird door to come through. We in business now, boys. We got a pencil. Right here, just a regular pencil. But it's good enough, man. Ugh. It's good enough with a sharpener, too. But it is a funny sharpener. There we go. Uh-oh, I just broke it by trying to sharpen it. This pencil's fun. They put it in the wrong sharpener. There are two sharpeners here. Can't even see. Is that gonna write? Okay. It's a pencil. Alright, let's mark this thing now properly. Nice and proper like. Where's the line I made? Right there. That right there. Ah, there's a line I can see, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. So now we'll measure out here. Sharpen it again. I got next time at Home Depot, I got to pick up some more of those little flat guys that don't roll around. You can sharpen them up nice with a knife. And these little artsy fartsy #2 pencils. Ain't cutting it for me, man. These things wear out too. Good for drawing pictures and whatnot. All right, now we'll do our 48-inch. It's out here. There's our 48 right where I marked it before. And then we'll do one right here. Make sure I'm in the cut right here in the pocket. I want Let's see if we get right in here. Ah, that's a good spot right there. You just need at least 2 marks to draw a straight line, right? Straight line, in fact, is nothing if it's not the shortest distance between 2 points, right? Oh, and my straight edge ain't cutting it, bro. This one's too long. Oh, boy. Make that side piece. Ooh. Little piece of metal here. Metal makes a wonderful straight edge, doesn't it? Even when it's all bent up and fucked. That edge, like this. Oh, that one's a little bent there, huh? All right. Now we're gonna do this like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. It's straight. There we go. All right, that's what we're cutting out with our handy dandy circular saw here. Love this saw, it's a good one. So far I've been happy with this rigid gear, D-walled, all this kind of things. This one's a nice circular saw right here. Now these blades right here, you can't see. I love these blades, dude. Diablo. They cut like a motherfucker. Probably too much blade for this little project here, but this is what we got on here. All right, now we're gonna set. I guess you want to see here. Here we go. We'll go up here. Oh boy. All right, so we're gonna set our depth on this mug. All right, use our rocker here. Where's the depth? There we go. All right, I'm thinking on this one. Shit, I haven't used this in forever. Oh, it does have a gauge. It has a scale right here. Let's put on our glasses and look at it. Or we just measure with the, tape measure. Like the old timers. Should be right. Yeah, where do you line that up with? Oh, right there. All right, 1/2 inch. Right there. Clamp it down. See on the side? Right here, it's got a little depth gauge. Right there. You can't see that? You can see. It's got some graduated numbers on there. So put it to that arrow. Right at about 1/2 inch. Right there. And clamp that down. And we'll take a quick measurement of the blade, right? From the bottom. So it's this to the farthest tooth down. Break a root down. And that's about 1/2 inch. Right there. We might scrape some metal, but we'll see. We shall see, man. I wonder if it overcuts. Like if you cut on a line, it's not really quite on the line. It's just close enough. You know what I mean? Like either you got to go on one side of the line or the other. If you go right in the middle, you got the the flat Home Depot pencils. Exactly, dude. I gotta get those, man. Those do work it good. I guess I'll leave my shades on as my safety goggles. Is this cord gonna reach long enough? That's the worst. We're gonna try it. It's gonna be fun. Sometimes you try and do the like sawing and the cord's just a little too short. Let's test it first. So you get to the end and you're like, oh no, am I gonna pull the cord out? Yeah, that'll go all the way. All right. Pound, turn your headphones off. It's ear rape time. Just a warning, this is going to be loud. Well, fuck yeah, it's a circular saw, dude. It's going to make some noise. You know what I'm saying, boys? Let's make some noise. All right, let's see. We plunge this fucker in there, right? And see. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right. Overcutting the edge. Oh, boy. All right. Let's see what we're going to do. We're just going to put it on like this, right? All right. Let's see what happens here. Let's actually get it back. So we cut right there. We did that on the line right there, right? All right. There's a lot of glue on this floor. This saw does not move nicely. It wants to grab and play games all the time. Okay, one more. Keep your headphones down. Perfect. Yeah, there's all that residual glue on there, man. Whew. Oh, it's too loud to record. Good, because that would hurt your ears. Yeah, there's it doesn't like to move nice like normal on a piece of wood. Whew. So now we just rip this piece up. That's it. Nothing left to do but to do it, babies. All right, let's see that. Oh. Yeah, see what a bitch this is, even with cutting it out? This stuff does not want to come up, man, see? Yes, there's a little bit of rust in there. That's not, I'm not fucking worried about it. This is a 20-year-old bus, man. You know what I mean? Didn't quite cut through all the way, but that's all right. There we go. So that's our bus bottom there. And you can see there's no damn it's no too buku, man. Look at this. There, let's pull around that. So that's the only concerning spot right there is a little bit of rust, but that ain't no thing, man. That ain't even chicken wing. Is that even the metal? Yeah. Yeah. See those nails they put in? Freaking crazy. Metal nails, yeah. They're those twisties, man. Once they hammer those in. So, I don't know, man. Now I'm thinking about taking it out again. It keeps going. That's a lot of wood to take out, though. I mean, if you cut it, you know. Well, I mean, and now, if I go get a blade for my demo saw over there, for that guy, if I get a nice metal blade, or maybe even the ripper, dude, the construction one's supposed to go through nails, but I could fit the blade under there and go and saw them all out. Maybe even use an air chisel. No, that you'd have to get up too high, I think. I think the saw would just and then take all these boards out. There is a little bit of rusty there. The other thing is, you know, you want to fill all these holes down here, you know, from the seat bolts, you know, because these, and you see these holes right here, now you can see them good. Those go, you know, I mean, that's metal and then not much, sheet metal, and then, you know, the frame, the floor, that's the concrete you're seeing out there, the driveway. So, how much, oh yeah, gloves, I need my gloves. Yeah. I don't know, brother. How much did it cost? Why you gotta ask this? It's a lot of money, brother. It's not so much. I don't know. Look them up. You can get school buses for all kinds of prices. This is a 1999, a Bluebird. All right. Let's see. Just tearing this out piece by piece, huh? Yeah, I don't want to tear out this whole. I don't know, man. I'm going back and forth on this. This kind of sucks. Get these nails out of here. Ah, son of a Gunderson.
just ripping the heads off these nails. That sucks. They're not coming out. But there we go. Yeah, these nails are crazy. Check these things out. See how they got that twist in them? So what they do is they air nail them in, bam, and they twist in like a screw. So they're like screwing it. They're a pain in the ass, man. I'm sure it was a wonderful innovation for manufacturing these things. They said, hey man, we just use these. It's a fucking fraction of the time of the dude out here with a screw gun or something. And as you see, it's pretty rock solid, man. The way these hold the wood. I mean, the wood, you know, it's like welding. The woods, the attachment is stronger than the material. Is that what I'm trying to say? This one, oh, you know what? This one's better for getting in little spots. It's a little thinner on that end. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Nothing like a little persuasion. Ah. There we go. Yeah, now we can start playing games here. Oh yeah, see this needs to be. Scored up a little bit more. Yeah, there is a lot of nails in this wood, man. I can't believe it. Nailing into metal. I ain't heard enough such things. This is crazy. Where's my hammer? Hammer? Tear the wood. Ah. Ah. Ah! Man, this one don't want to come out. Ah! And it still didn't come out. Wow. That sucker was in there. All right. Now he's out. Yeah, man, this is going to be a hell of a lot of effort to take all this wood out. I think we're better off just doing this spot repair. Boom, boom, call it a day on the subfloor. Because I'm not really getting any benefit other than this bottom underneath subfloor. It's like wavy as gravy. You know, it's yeah, there's a tiny bit of rust down here. It's not nothing I'm fucking afraid of, dude. There's nothing really going on here, and I don't think under any of this bus. If you looked underneath, this is a nice whatchamacallit, dude. Oh, the longer it will last? Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. I don't need this thing to last that long, you know? Ah, and taking all that out is just gonna be a pain. I mean, serious, like a serious pain, dude. This is, you know, it's not even funny, dude. I was gonna take all the wood out just to put fresh wood in, you know, but there's no way. This will be days getting this wood out for nothing, though. There's not really, there's nothing to be gained, really. Which, yeah, let's put this up just a touch. Come on. So it's a little bit deeper. So maybe I cut this here. Let's see if it works without cutting the metal. Oh, there's another nail right there. This one's still gonna have to get pushed down, but I didn't want to go wider than the width of the plywood sheet, man. Start doing all kinds of ripping and weird cutting and all that. All right, let's get this fucker out, man. Man, this sucks. Alright, that's it. We will chisel it clean the rest of it so we can get a bit of a better line on this thing here, man. It's a little kind of frazzled. Let's see. Man, this emergency exit door. Not fun to walk in and out. Alright. Not really a nice woodworking chisel, but I think it'll do the job. That's right. Yeah, fuck this. That is not a woodworking, a sharp chisel. That ain't working. Alright, let's try this a little here. Could be scary. Oh, there's another nail here too. Jeez. Yeah. Man, that nail don't want to come out. Holy crap. Yeah, this is, we're not taking out all this wood for sure. That's just too much, man. Ah, it's fine. Woo! That is just too much, man. Alright. Let's get on this here. This still needs to get pushed down a little. Don't worry about that in a minute. This right here needs to come off. Where's oh, that did it right there. Woo! Alright. This is highly irregular. Nobody look. Yes, I'm using a drywall tool to hammer on wood. I just scored it nicely and it came right up. Look at it. Perfect. Let's clean this. Clean that edge. There's no edge right there. Corner. That actually, for a rough-in, looks pretty rough. Whew. What's up, bro? No. I'll get paid for it. Yeah, no, the crowbar to take out all the wood, you mean? Well, that's how this started, bro. And I'll tell you what happens. That's why I'm repairing this piece. Because the crowbar just rips the wood. These nails will not come out, dude. I mean, they will, but not easily. I mean, you saw how hard it was getting out some of these nails just now, even with the wood out already, where it's just a nail standing proud, and you put the, you know, and I got breaker bars, dude. I'm not even just using the claw hammer. It's, no, this is not gonna work pulling out this wood. This wood's staying. I think you guys were right that said that. Just fucking make it stay. The only thing I'm worried about now, putting this in some screw. Oh shit! I need to find some screws to use with this. Is what exactly is on the underside in each area, like where I'm screwing. Am I going to hit an air line or a fuel line? It could be. I mean, I assume most things are not attached to the bottom of the bus. I'd have to look under here. I think they're attached to the frame rails, but you know. And then where's the frame rail? There's somewhere this is actually no. It's I think it's bumped, so I don't think it anywhere it rests right on the frame. I don't know. So if these are 1/2 inch, I should use what, like 1 inch screws, right? If I got a 1/2 inch sub, 1 inch screw, that'll go into the deal and stick out just a little bit. Bada bing, bada boom. I mean, I know if I go up along the seam right here, that's where they nailed, so I'm pretty safe. This side, actually, this side is where the seat holes are. So I've been under there. I'm pretty sure that's clear. So if I just did, you know, 3, 4 there, you know, a bunch more on that side. I just need maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe like 4 screws on this side right here to get that piece in. You know, don't overthink it, brah. Just do it, right? What's up, Slammer? Yeah, I'm repairing it, brother. Yeah. This is aids for audio. Why? What's wrong with the audio, man? Do I need to get some better microphones? Huh? I don't know. Is the audio really bad? Is it coming in loud? How do I know, man? I'm working here, bruh. I don't know how to mic it up, man. Oh. Woo! But that would make sense, especially this part, because, you know, this would definitely fuck me in the ass, dude, so. Yeah, that AIDS can be contagious. It might have bled into the audio. Bled, you get it? Blood, AIDS? Alright, come on. Alright, what do we got here? Yeah, at least it's not cancer, man. I think the kids gave up on that whole cancer thing, dude. Yeah, you don't hear that much anymore. Oh, it's cancer. Nah. How am I going to get this out except pound it through? Maybe some of these smart-ass kids, you know, their parents, they really got cancer, so they stopped saying that. AIDS is the new thing. And there you go, problem solved. Alright. Yeah, that guy was sitting a little proud there. I kind of have it. All right, get ready. We're gonna do another AIDS audio. Is this already plugged in? I'm gonna have to do some vacuuming, brazos. So watch out with that audio there. I just don't want people's ears to bleed, man. That's all.
And the vacuum is quite loud. Hey. I knew it. I knew he wasn't going to cooperate. I could feel it. Oh, I just felt that AC. Woo! Shit, kicking. All right. I'm starting the whole fleet up. Oh boy. This wood made a big mess real quick, didn't it? Oh. All right. I gotta get a wood chisel, man. Oh, it's close enough. Get close enough. Oh boy. Yeah, that ain't cutting it. Literally. Maybe just go get a blade. Oh, audio's fine? Alright. Yeah, probably a razor would work. Alright. So that's enough to measure it. So let's measure twice. And cut it one time, come on.
Damn, I'm already dripping sweat. All right, it gets hot out here quick, man. Oh, yeah, right on the 12. Yeah, we're gonna cut a little under 12. Yeah. Ooh, wait here. Whoa. Okay, we'll cut it right at 12. Whoa. Woo. And let's see, hopefully this is nice. Uh-oh. Alright, so we're going to cut out a 12 by 48. Slab will do ya. Hoo-wee. Henry! How can I show this outside where we're going to be cutting this for you? Because I know you want to see everything, don't you? Alright, let me pull my pants down. Hold on. Let's see here. Sharpen this panzel up a little bit. There's this one. Yeah, I need to build a workbench out there or something. You know what I mean? Well, you should wait till you get a date with that shop vac, bruh. It'll make you real rigid. That's the gut one. Alright, here. I bet you this will work here. We can just turn the scubas down. Can you see? Oh no, you can't see with that. I have to stick it on the outside. That's alright. So there we go. That's good enough. A little bit of outdoor action there. Huh. I've got to take the saw outside. See, that's going to do everything inside the bud. Uh-oh. Bro, look at that. Pop right off. Now you got a view of the sky. Some suction cup that is, man. I thought that would work much better. Alright, there we go. That should do her. Hopefully it doesn't fall off again. Uh-oh. Now let's go cut some wood, bub. Cut some wood, bub. Oh. Oh, hi, bub.
Okay.
Oh. I'm exhausted. Hardly I just got out.
Sorry, did you an hour and a half?
Huh?
I've been here for an hour and a half.
I have? No.
Back to 7:05.
Oh. Oh, but I haven't been doing this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have to rip up the whole floor or just?
No, that's what I've been talking about. I'm not ripping it up. I was gonna rip the whole floor out, but remember it's got a short ceiling height, so we can't really insulate the floor from inside. And I was just gonna rip it out to, you know, seal the bottom and have nice clean wood to work with. But after trying to get that first piece out, it's nailed in, yeah. So there's no, it's gonna take like a couple days maybe even to rip, or a day to rip this. It's just a lot of work for no benefit. The subfloor is not terrible, you know. I cut out that little piece because when we tried to rip it up, it just tore the wood. Those nails are in so hard they don't even pull out. So I cut out that piece to do it. There's a tiny bit of like rust under there, but there's nothing. There's no reason. It's not like there's holes in it. It's gonna be all fucked up.
Yeah.
There's no reason. It's a lot of extra work for nothing. Just to spend money, time, and put in new wood, which, you know, there's a tiny, tiny bit, folks, that says, you know, do it the right way. So the right way
is to tear it all out.
Yeah, but fuck that, man. You know who likes to talk about the right way? People that ain't doing it. You know what I mean?
Oh, did you go offline?
No. Everybody listening. People that you know, what do they call them? Spectators, you know? It's like I always say, you know, the best parents are people without kids. You know, when you're doing it, it's a whole different story. Alright, here.
I still didn't get an email from the guy, by the way.
Yeah, I just don't think it's that smart. Actually, it was people, you know, some of my boys from the channel that watching that said, dude, why are you ripping up that subfloor? And I started thinking, I said, yeah, you're right. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Why am I ripping up the subfloor?
I didn't realize you turned it that way.
Huh?
I didn't realize you turned it that way.
Oh yeah, the camera's outside. You can see now. Oh, I'm sharing this adventure with everybody, man. How am I gonna cut this, dude? I guess right here. This
So I just added my username.
That was cool.
Need help?
I got it. I want you getting no splitters.
Why don't you have gloves on?
I know, I was just thinking, it's okay, I know what I'm doing.
No! That's what they all say. I know what I'm doing. Then a big ass splinter goes in your
Can you
finger.
hand me that board? Yeah, I've got splinters. This one I'm more scared of. It's a little 2x board. I already got splitters for it. Here we go. You like my makeshift workbench?
You have a workbench in there?
No, I'm gonna build one. Actually, I was gonna use the rest of this board here. Yep. Actually, we'll pull it back. It's too much over the edge. There we go. Start about right there. Probably be right. Let's pull in.
Don't drop shit in front of the camera. It's loud as fuck.
Okay. I will keep that in mind, bud.
Somebody said that.
All
That's
right.
okay? No. I'm sorry, I got the name wrong. Pie Pies.
Oh my God, you're echoing back. Ugh. Yeah, that's not good. I can hear myself talking.
Whew. I must have tired today. Jeez. Chill. Alright, let's use one of these as a straight edge. Get this thing done. I can see my marks now. Where's my marker? Right there.
This is not so straight an edge.
There we go. That's a 12er.
Much better.
Huh?
That's the word. Much better.
Oh. There you go. Is it humid today?
Yes.
Does it feel humid? The sweat is pouring out
the
me.
last few days.
It has been, huh? I mean, when we say humid, we mean Vegas humid. It's not like the rest of the world humid. Electricity out here. Yeah, maybe that's what I should do this weekend too. Is weekend. What's the difference?
Yeah, the days all kind of blend together.
Yeah, but work on the setup out here. I'm gonna need a, because now we're gonna start getting into building soon. I'm gonna need a workbench, table saw, electric out here, because electric in there, so I need to run new cords out here. Anyway, something to get the. I need to basically put together a little shop out here in the driveway. There's nothing worse than walking back and forth. What did I walk in here to get? Oh yeah, my extensions go. My cord of extension, my extension.
There's one right here.
No, those are all plugged in.
Oh.
My beautiful AC. It's in my properly sized air conditioner. It's way too little for that bus. But that's it. Man, we don't. What?
Oh, it's cotton saw.
Oh my god. Here, can you plug this in that?
Where? This one.
Don't unplug the big one. Oh, no, you pull it.
No, I was just trying to get it
Oh,
right. Yeah.
all right. Dear. All right, hold on, guys. We're gonna make this cut. Hey, oh wait, hold on. All right, go. The first cut is the deepest. Thank you. All right. Here we go, fellow fuckheads. We're making the cut, making the grade, finding out what to do today, making the song, singing along. Nobody knows. I know our depth is good, but let's just double check that we're not going to hit the ground, of course. Because sparks will be flying, and not because I'm so handsome. What the hell? What? This really wasn't deep enough. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know how that didn't go through. Because it was a set it over a half. I hate that, man. And I even double checked it.
Drew says to flip it.
Flip it. Oh, no. Yeah, that would have been a good way to do it, too. But that's too big a board to manhandle around. We can just go deeper. And Drew knows that. Just go deeper, right, Drew? That's what Drew said about that last build in the Starbucks, man. He could have flipped her, but he just went deeper instead. Oh. You know what I'm saying, Truzy. Woo! Just go deeper instead. Alright, here we go. Let's see what happens here. Just to test fit. Well, what? No, it's not about Starbucks. It's about the MILF's Starbucks. All right. So it's a little, you know, a little wonk here. We're gonna need to trim that side just a little bit. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, it's basically gonna go in and our repair will be done, man. A design. Yeah. Oh no, I said, bro, that's the flip to wood. I said, that's what you said about the last milk at Starbucks. You could have flipped her, but you just went deeper instead. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to trim this piece a little bit. I wonder how I'm gonna do that. Or wait, just go like this and just. Oh, no, I may not have to trim it. I'll just hammer it in, yeah. Oh boy. Hold on, I'm gonna have to evacuate the dance floor for a minute. that board in. Now the scary part, man, I gotta glue it and screw it. It's I almost pulled the computer cord out. It's so permanent once you get to that point, you know? Yeah, I always get a little hung up on it. Yeah. Let's clean up the area here. That's it. Oh no, my trash can's not there no more. Alright, we'll clean up the trash can. Woo, that trash can stink. Alright. Let's sweep a bunch of this stuff up over there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little massaging on that piece just to get them to fit in there. You know, this ain't HGTV where everything's made perfect before they put it on, you know? It's the real world, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that AC kicking right here. Right here, I tell you, boy. Right here. Whew. Actually, man, that sawing gets dust everywhere. Up on the seats. Whew. Oh, my straight edge. Woo. There we go. Ay, 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 ay. A lot of stuff that cleans up down here. Whew. What? Yeah, bro. Come help, man. That'd be awesome. Get a whole bunch of people out helping strip the paint on the outside off, paint her up. Metal bust blue. Actually, my panties are falling down. Wrong tool for the job. Story of my life. Crack these heater lines. A lot of garbage up in there. A lot of garbaggio. Woo! A lot of garbagino. Alright, I gotta get this board in. And then, I don't know. Maybe I'll do this. Today is Friday. So I gotta go see the psychiatrist. Tell me how crazy I am for doing this. But I need that. I need people to tell me no. So I can say, oh yeah? Fuck you. I'm gonna do it anyways, man. I'm gonna do it even more so because you said no.
Oh, yeah. That's the spirit of America, baby. The spirit of fuck you. You know? That's how we roll up in this bitch. Alright. Get it roll, because it's a bus. Come on, these are the dad jokes. Alright. The wheels on the bus go round and round and round and wheels on the bus round and all through the town. All right. Now, how am I going to get this cleaned out here? What's blocking it on this side? Let's take a look. See. Is it just not long? It kind of, yeah. Oh, I wish I, ooh. That actually might be a use for that vibratory thing here. Yeah, what'd you say, Drew? Oh, 6 Thanks, Drew. That's a lot of things to read. Yeah, dude, I'm not arguing, man. The quote-unquote, as I said, right way would be to take all this wood out. But then you think, is that really the right way? Do I need to take all this wood out? No. No. Because I can't do nothing underneath. You know, yeah, it would be great to, like, put a sealant underneath. Fuck all that, though, dude. You know what I mean? This bus has held and been in here for 20 years, this floor. And it's fine, dude. You know, when you redo a house, you know, I've done a lot of house stuff before. And you don't, I've never replaced a subfloor. The only time I ever replaced a piece of subfloor was one house I had where, I don't know what the hell they were doing, but somewhere on the carpet was getting wet and they just let the water drip all the time. So it actually rotted away a hole in the subfloor. I don't know, about yay big. So I ended up just pulling out that whole board. There's nothing underneath it, you know. It wasn't a mold situation. It was just, it rotted that one portion out. And I put down one, you know, subfloor panel, one 4x8 sheet. Nobody does this, you know. When you renovate a structure, building anything, nobody rips out the subfloor, dude, unless it's damaged. You know, that's the starting point. So this one, I can see from ripping this out here. Look, the full honesty here, man. Look. It's not that bad. Yeah, you see there's a little bit of rust, like there, and this is probably the worst. But this is just surface nonsense, dude. You know what I mean? It's not even, and see where the rust is? Where the nails were, those fucking nails. So, yeah, dude, is this whole floor gonna rust out? Yeah, one day after the apocalypse, and you know, 100 years, this whole bus will be one rust bucket. But man, this bus 20 years old, and it's got, like, underneath, I'm telling you guys, I'll take the camera out there one day. Nothing, dude. No rust at all. It's so clean from Arizona. And yeah, I'm going to travel around. I'll be in wet climates, everything. I'm going to coat the roof. Will this rust get worse? Yeah. Will it be an issue in a year? Absolutely not. Will it be an issue in 5 years? I'm not even sure in 5 years it'll be an issue, man. In 10 more years? Yeah, maybe. You know, if I still had this thing in 10 years, I'm like, I should have ripped up that floor, you know? What the fuck, dude? Like, we're going to fall out the bottom of this thing. So anyways, I got to stick with that, dude, because I know what you're thinking, True, to rip this floor out, but I don't know. You're a younger chacker with a lot more energy, but, dude, this is, dude, trust me. I've decided, man, it's more trouble than it's worth. See, if I was going to insulate, if I had the headroom in here to insulate, then yeah, I'd rip all this out, put down the insulation, start fresh. But I can't, I'm not going to do anything but rip out this wood and put in more wood. Probably not even as good as wood. You know, they don't make wood like they used to. Here, back in the 1900s.
Yeah, they don't make wood like they used to. So yeah. Now what I am gonna get, and this will be fun. You guys will like watching this. Is I'm gonna get the floor stripper, and we're gonna sand this down so it looks nice and clean. Get all this gunk off this floor here, you know. And so I'll get the rotating, you know, the custodial artist one, the rotating floor polisher sander. So you know, some hilarity may ensue. It might just whip us into walls, and you know the one that you ride on. We'll see. It's either that one or the I'm gonna rent it, of course. I don't have that. The square one. What do they call it? It's kind of like a DA sander or something. You know, like a hand sander, but it's a big floor. Not the drum one. There's the drum one too that they do when they strip the floors. But that one, I don't know. You know, you got to walk in these straight lines. I don't know if we could get everywhere with that one. The one with the round thing that goes back and forth, those are fun. I've used that on hard floors before and clean up underneath tile. But they get away from you. But then it's also round. It's hard to get in the corners, you know, like it's all straight edges in here. And you got to be really careful with those heating lines going down the side there. Those are big ass coolant lines, man. So maybe they have like a rectangular one. I don't know what I forgot what it's called, but it's like a vibratory sander, you know, like a dual DA, whatever, you know, it goes like, and it has that, you know, like the square, got like a jitterbug sander or something kind of. But it's a big, you know, it's probably like half of this opening right here. It's a rectangle and you push it. That's probably the one I should use. So I'll go, we'll go grab that maybe tonight and tomorrow and sand this floor down after I get this in. All right, I'm going to go get, this is cool. This is, speaking of vibrating, this is a Bosch. It's really old. I don't know what it's called. Lithium 12 volt. I got this, this might be 10 years old, man, this thing right here. I saw somewhere someone was using in some video I saw, but I think they have new ones now that are like, you know, DeWalt, rigid, you know. Oh, there's bad lighting around here. What is it? Oh, the light's coming from over there, that's why. That are more heavy duty. This one was back in the day. It stalls a lot, you know. It doesn't like, but it's basically, if you ever had a cast on your arm, how come I can't, the lighting, there you go. If you ever had a cast on your arm, and you know they cut that cast off with that thing that just vibrates, it's like a wheel, and it won't cut your skin. Like the doctor will show you, you know, when you're a kid, he's like, look, touch it with your hand, say it doesn't cut. But when they put it on something hard, it goes right through the fiberglass or the plaster of the cast. That's basically what this is. It's a vibratory, you know, cutter. We were using it to try and get the rubber off. It was kind of sticking, but I think I'm gonna go grab the other blade, and I think that'll be perfect to just trim these edges here, because I don't have a nice chisel. I want a wood chisel set, man. I never had one of those. I watch these guys on TV always building shit. You know, they're doing their mortise and tenon, and they're chiseling out their little dados and whatnot. I want to try that, dude. Looks fun. Looks very therapeutic. All right, so I'm going to go get the thing, though, because I think that'll just let me clean up this edge right here. It got a little fakakta, you know, cutting down in there. That metal floor is a little warpage, too. Fuck it. Fuck it. All right, let me go get it. I'm still thinking about Ipe decking. Wow, that would be cool. But too expensive. I think we're just going vinyl, cover it, and we'll get to the fun part. Y'all want to see the fun part, right? That would be the part with all the fixtures in here. I'll be right back. cut some wood though. I'm liking it, bro. It smells like sawdust and diesel. These are some of my favorite smells. I do love the smell of diesel and buses. It reminds me of being younger. You know what diesel always reminds me of? For some reason, I like when it's really cold and crisp. And that diesel smell, it reminds me of going skiing, man, or boarding, you know? Like taking a bus, going up to the, you know, local mountain, that smell. Because that diesel just floats when it's crisp, you know? And them buses, they always leave that motor on all the time. Oh, where did he park the bus? In the lobby. Oh, yeah. All right, here. So this is the vibrating cutter. Hold on, this is going to ear rape you here. This is going to be loud. So see when you turn on, it feels weird, but it won't cut your hand. But it will cut wood, you know, or something hard. So cut right into that. And then it won't cut your hand. Could be just like what they use on the cast, you know. All right, I'm gonna clean up this edge, see if we can sink this thing in there. Okay, so just cut off a little piece here. Yep, see what I mean? How it stalls out? Yeah, this thing's good. It's really good, as you can see on, well, I don't know if you can see in there, it's all full of drywall. That's what I use it mostly for. You know, like the Roto Zip. I use it for cutting nice little clean holes in drywall. Works great for that. So it'll work on there. Baby. Oh my God, look how bald my head is. Holy manoli. Alright. Let's vacuum and see what we're working with over there. But I think that got those little pain in the ass pieces, man. Yeah, that thing works pretty cool. I bet you the new ones are even better. Oh, AC. God bless the God of AC. Who is that? Apollo? I don't know. Creed, Zeus, somebody.
Whoever made the AC, man, that's one Greek motherfucker. Alright, let's put it on this side first. I don't remember how I did it. This time that worked kind of good. I don't think that was it. What's going on right here? Oh, that little fucker. Yeah, that's right. We gotta put this in first. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I think that's basically it.
I mean, you know, not too shabs, right? We got it in there. This corner maybe needs to go in a little more, although it is lining up with that. This will all take up when it goes down, which I think I'm going to do the edges first so I don't pull it. It's weird, the metal underneath is definitely, at least in that area, is definitely going like this a little bit, you know? All right, brother. Yeah, I wish we could audio back and forth. I want to hear your drywall action. What are you doing with the drywall, man? Fucking messy, dude. Ugh. Everything about drywall is messy. I'm not gonna use any. Plus, it'll crack, dude. You know how drywall cracks. I'm not gonna use any drywall in here. Oh, I hate doing drywall, man. That's really messy. That powder gets everywhere. Cutting and rasping and the taping and the mud. Yeah. Definitely something that looks way easier than it is. I mean, I would never even pretend that I can do drywall. I mean, I'd do it if I got to, but I watch those guys that do drywall, you know, and they can just, you know, there's definitely a lot of, what is it? Art, skill, you know? It's more art than skill, I think, because it's a lot of feel, you know, in the drywall, especially like the taping and the mud. You know, these guys that know what they're doing, they're up on the stilts. They're like artists, dude. You know, like Italian plasterers. You know, doing the frescoes and all that. Because there's definitely, if you ever tried it, I know Slammer, you're doing it. Yeah, the taping. Oh, it's a mess. Yeah, and you know, I mean, I'm sure you can do it. I can do it. You know, anybody with a little bit of skill and something, you can do it and take your time and get it sort of reasonable look and everything. But these guys that are pros, what I'm saying. They're like artists, man. The way you can hear it in the blade. You know, they get a perfect even. You know, with their hands, it's a touch, it's a feel, more than you know, a science, a skill. You know, like with saws and all this, and you know, there's some art to that too. But the drywall, you know what I mean? It's definitely it's an artistic thing. I mean, you can't be good at drywall unless you got some talent and you've done it a lot. You know, and then those guys that are walking on the stilts, and they're doing it overhead, and then they got that machine that does the tape with the thing. It's all a lot of feel, dude. Yeah, isn't it, Slammer? You know what I'm saying, dude. When you see a real professional, you know, you think, I've done a lot of drywall, dude. You know, whole rooms or just patches or whatever, and you know, you think you get proud of yourself. You do it, that's good. And then you see, or you even just hear. You know what I mean, Slammer? Just hearing the way they do it, you can tell it's way better, different than what you were doing. Because the drag of that knife is so even every time. It's just, you know, and they're so fucking fast, dude. Especially the dudes that with the screw guns. Holy shit, they screw that shit in fast, dude. And everyone goes in, doesn't tear the paper, sinks just the right amount. You know, they got that automatic gun. Yeah, I don't know. I'm impressed, dude. There's you know, craftsmanship, dude. It is impressive. You know, this is a little proud right here. I wonder why. Is it just something that needs to be banged in, or do I need to work on this? Yeah, drywall. Fuck drywall. I don't envy you, bro. That stuff gets up in your nose, in the cracks on the side of your mouth, in your ears. It's like, that is a fine. Dude, I haven't done drywall. Last time I did any drywall was in this house that I built here. And this vacuum, this shop vac is from then. It's still covered on the outside and all the cracks with drywall dust. And we're talking, I finished this house, 8 years ago or something like that? So,
Yeah, I know that shit never goes nowhere. Anyways, enough talk about drywall. Let's get this. How am I gonna get this up without cracking it? Oh yeah, you got a little extra still there. Hold on. See if I can get in the corner. Cover your ears again. Can't grab a bite. Let's see if I can get this thing up, man. This freaking nail right here is causing me some grief. Son of a bitch. That did the trick. There we go. We are sunk to the punk. So, yeah, I glue and screw this son of a bitch right here. See, now we got a nice fit here. I'm going to glue, screw this down, and screw this down. Look, that's 4 corners right there. That's meeting up good. Where am I looking? Right there, see? That's meeting up. That part's going to have to get caulked with the liquid nails right here. You can see I didn't want to go wider than the sheet of plywood on my cutoff because then I'd have to be, you know, ripping a piece. It would just be more cutting. But I figured this was close enough, right? This part is still a little, you know, delaminated. So I'll squirt some liquid nails in there, put a screw in, liquid nails underneath this whole thing here, fill in all the holes, blap, 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 and then I'm going to have to blap, blap on this too because this doesn't have anything holding it down now. Blap in the corner. I'll put a blap, blap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, actually in the corner. That corner's good, just one. And then that'll be in Then we'll get the sander in here, and I'll bring down a lot of this irregularity with the sander, flatten it out, and then if need be, I can put some kind of leveling on before I do the vinyl floor, but I don't think so. I mean, this is not a house, and any of that leveling stuff, first of all, it's not going to level here because the bus ain't level, and second of all, it's like a liquid cementitious, is that a word, product, which is just going to crack and jack up. Not enough blap blap. You want to get it blap blap? Here's some blap blap, bro. Here, come on. Blap blap. Blap blap. You want me to do my Star Wars? That's when I use my my fuego cutoff. That's my state lightsaber right there, baby. Look at that one. Look at that lightsaber. I don't know if I'm the last Jedi, but I'm the last circumcised Jedi. Look at that. Look at that. See the tip standing proud? I'm just kidding. Come on, man. Get your head out the gutter. Oh. All right, yeah, this is in. I mean, yeah. Then, actually, before we do the sanding, probably walk around like this the whole thing, because you can hear, you know, little bits of creaks and crawls, you know, wherever, you know, if you're redoing a floor too in a house, that's the time to get rid of those up in your subfloor. You know, the creaking floor is 99%. It's your subfloor creaking. It's not the actual floor. So when you're redoing like a house and you rip up the floor, you know, it's not concrete underneath clearly. That's the time to walk around, find all those floor squeaks, and just fucking throw some more screws in. You know what I mean? Get that shit down, and it won't. We need more workers like yourself, Donald. Oh yeah, we should bring Donald out here. Help me out with this, man. Whew. You know, he really could help me, dude, because the big problem I got is it's summer. You know, my kids are home. He's got all those camps. You know, he could put my kids in camp so I don't have to pay for it, you know, and then reunite us later. I mean, they're old, dude. Come on. Don't be fucking saying, oh, I can't believe you went there. My kids are old. They're 13 and 15, bro. They can handle. They'll run the damn camp. Yeah, Donald could really help, man. Turn those border camps into free daycare. Huh? He's just not selling it right. I'm surprised. You know, just sell it as free daycare. That's something everybody wants, right? I'm just kidding. You brought up Don Don. All right. You know, it brings up an interesting thing, though. I do like calling him Donald, and not because it's him, but with every president, he just made me realize that, you know what? This motherfucker works for me. He works for you. You know, the president is our employee. Not Donald Trump. Come on, we're not starting a political show here all hating Donald Trump. I don't give a shit, man. But, you know, since he broke down all these, you know, barriers of decorum and everything else, it gets you thinking, like, why do we call these guys Mr. President and Sir? Fuck that. They're our employees, bro. If you're a voting age person in this country, you're the CEO. You're the boss. I don't know about you, but if you've ever been the boss, I'll make it a habit of calling the employees Mr. this and that and yes, sir, no, sir. That's what they say to the boss. So from now on, the president's going to be, you know, Donald, Georgie, Ronnie, Billy, whatever. Baraki, Barry. We'll call him Barry because Barack's hard to say. You know, but yeah, man, fuck it, dude. These mutts up here, you know, everybody gets so bent out of shape on the politics and who's running. Dude, they're just our employees. I guarantee you the boss don't go home and sit there worrying about your fucking ass. Oh, man, what's up with that Eric there? Shit, I hope he's, you know, yeah, and they call it, oh, Mr. Eric, sir, would you mind coming into work? It doesn't work that way, dude. So, I ain't giving no fucking deferential treatment to these yahoos, man. Unless they want to come help on my bus, and then it's yes, sir, no, sir, whatever you say, sir. All right, so I got to get this in. I don't have the screws. I got to go get some screws. Some, I don't know, self-tapping deck screws, something. I don't know. Something that'll go through this. Maybe I should just get those, you know, I got my air nailer. I've been dying to get that thing out. Maybe I should see if they got those crazy nails that were in here before.
Make this easy. Nah, we'll use screws. Maybe. You know what? I'll check. I'll see at Home Depot if they have those. Where? Oh yeah, let me find one. Where is one that I haven't thrown out? Because that'll actually be a good measurement. Because I'm sure you hear that squeak where I walked. I gotta find that. Where is a nail before I throw all this crap out? Oh, come on. Oh, there's one. There's a couple. You ever see that Curb Your Enthusiasm? With the dude Jesus and the nail that was supposed to be from the cross of Jesus? Fucking hilarious, man. The one nail. Oh, I love that show. All right, here we go. There's a nail. I don't know if you can see that. Can you guys see what I'm talking about with the... this is just like when we do food, right? We gotta put a background so you can get a focus there. Yeah, you see how that nail, see that? Now you can see it good. See how it's like a drill bit, like twisted? That's what they use in this fucking bus, dude. I mean, it's kind of genius engineering there for these nails, right? Because it's a nail that has the properties of a screw. So when everything's fresh and clean, see these got a little rusty, you know? They're definitely not stainless. I would imagine they're going cheap here. But see how they twist? So what happens is when you drive this in like this, right? It's a sharper edge than this, so it screws in like that when it hits the metal. So it probably just pushes through the wood and then the metal screws in. So it's like using a air nailer to put in screws. Much faster than droop, 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 droop. No, I'm in Vegas, man. So it's it's much faster assembly process. And let me tell you something. These fuckers hold, dude. Not as good as screws, because if those were screws, there's no way I'm pulling them out like this, dude. That just, if you know screws, it doesn't happen. But these are the hardest nails I've ever had to pull out. Once these go into steel, that thread goes in, it might as well be, it's like a really weak screw. But the hardest nail you've ever had. So these are a big reason why I'm not doing the floor for any reason, because I'm telling you, just getting this one piece out was a bear, man. These things are, I don't know. So maybe I'll put these back in. What do you think that is? What, about an inch and a half, inch and a quarter? I don't know. I'll use these as a reference at Home Depot. Get some screws. I got some liquid nails. I'm gonna get some. You know what? I'm gonna get some caulk too. Oh yeah, not that kind. The caulk. The caulk. Yeah, I don't know, Hauser. You mean the nails? These are, yeah. If I was building these as a business, yeah, this is the way I'd have the guys doing it, man. Because they pound this floor in, I don't know, 1/10 of a time that it takes to do screws. Even if they're good with the deck screws and they have the right gun, it's still just the time to put a screw in. Versus a nailer. There's no question, dude. This is the way to go, dude. Now for restorers, renovators, people like me here, fuck these nails. I hate these fucking things, dude. But I see why they used them, man. So I'm gonna do screws. What do I need? Let me think this out here. I need probably some more liquid nails. I got one tube. That'll put this in. But I'm gonna try and liquid nail in between. I'm gonna clean out all these gutters here and then liquid nail in between them, so that the wood becomes a more monolithic. I know shit moves, but it's not moving anywhere, dude. Oh, is that... I wonder, space for expansion? Because it is wood. Okay, I'm changing the idea. I'm going to caulk in between all the boards. So I got to clean it out, caulk them so that they get some tightness, but if they do need to move a little in the moisture, they're not going to buckle up, although with these nails, right? And then liquid nail this down, and then every one of these, I don't know if you guys can see these here, these holes. See the 2 holes right there? Am I seeing it? Well, yeah, I don't know if you can see that they go through. Anyways, that's the seat hole right here. Right? They go right through to the bottom. So that's a hole. Every one of these seats, 1.5 nails. Yeah. A Lowe's? Why you say I look like a Lowe's kind of guy, man? Fast Yellow. Why you say I look like a Lowe's kind of guy? I don't know. Should I take that as an insult? I'm Home Depot to the core, baby. You know what I'm saying? Home Depot 13, I said, come on. Yeah, man. No, Lowe's is cool, but I'm more comfortable with Home Depot because I know where everything is. Why do you say that, though? Why does that feel like It shouldn't. Why does that feel like an insult? Why does it? I don't know. I don't know why I'm taking that personally like an insult. Like, oh, you're a Lowe's guy. Like I'm. Like Lowe's is a more hoity-toity, like DIY, you know, or weekend warrior place versus home. They both are really. Oh. Yeah, real construction material doesn't come from. Although everybody uses Home Depot now, but yeah, there's I don't know. Well, so why? Dude, tell me why. Yellow, tell me. Because it's killing me. Why does that feel like an insult? Why am I taking that personal that he said I'm a Lowe's type of guy? I don't know. Truthfully, I shop both, but mostly Home Depot. Lowe's is more. I guess Lowe's is more. Feels to me more consumerish. You know, husband and housewife getting the patio furniture. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I feel what you're putting down, bro. Oh, Lowe's saves more money? Oh, they beat anyone's price? Oh, maybe I am a Lowe's guy. I mean, dude, when you're talking building materials, I mean, it's the same shit. You know, the plywood's the plywood, the liquid nails is liquid nails, nails, screws, all that shit's the same, you know? It's the other stuff sometimes different. Home Depot just happens to be a lot closer, you know? So I go to that a lot. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, so I'm going to I guess caulk these. I'm gonna find a black, maybe not RTV, just I guess a black all-weather silicone. You know, it doesn't even have to be black, but it'll match the underbookie of the bus, which is, you know, undercoated. So every one of these holes, there's what did I say again? There's 2 to a seat, right? So there's, oh wait, count the windows. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 24 seats times, so there's like 48 of these holes or so, 50 holes. Because it's not even, because some of them have more legs, some don't. I mean, there's a couple oddball seats in here. Anyways, we're talking roughly 50 sets of holes, over 100. Yeah, because there's 2 and then 2. 2 for each seat and then 2 for each post. So 4 holes a seat. It's a lot of holes in the bottom of my bus, you know. Yeah. This is gonna be the bang bus. I mean the battle bus, the battle bang bus. It's a combination. If it doesn't work out as a Fortnite thing, then we're just gonna start doing casting porn videos in here. You know, the battle bang bus. That's it, man. I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm gonna rent it out to the. You know, it's Vegas. There's a lot of these guys here. So. Anyways, I got to fill in all those holes, fill in the holes under here. So I'm going to just pump those holes with a silicone caulk, something all-weather, high-temp, you know, whatever the most heavy-duty they got. So it's going to be on the bottom of the bus. But that'll seal all those holes. I don't have to go underneath. I can just shoot down into there, and, you know, it'll work. And then I'm going to probably use that caulk or something else between these, right? I'd like something sealant, but also maybe sandable, because when I go over this with the sander, I don't want to be ripping out. You know, the silicone can just have a tendency to rip out in threads. Whereas like liquid nails or something like that would be sandable, but it's not as flexible. So I'm going to look. There's going to be a chemical formulation that's going to combine some flexibility and give for growth of the wood, and growth of the wood, he said, and also be like sandable, or at least not pull out, because I want to get this nice and smooth. Maybe, if not, the other thing is, you know what? I could sand this first and then caulk all the cracks. And just use actually, for this kind of job, it doesn't even have to be, we're not doing the finish work. It's caulk, by the way. You gotta use, you could use one of these, you know, like this drywall knife, or just a putty knife, and just, you know, because it's not, you know what I mean? We're not doing, when we get to the molding, we got to do the finish work with the sponge and the finger and everything, make it nice and neat. Here, it's just got to fill the gap. So liquid nails underneath, and then in the gaps and in there, caulk, sand, and we're ready with the floor. Got to start cleaning these walls, get all this cleaned up. Probably should do that first before I sand, right? What do you guys think? I think so, because a lot of dirt's going to come down. Look, it's neat how you can see. Can you see that on the wall? You can see like the outlines of all the seats, the back and the bottom, back and the bottom. It's like somebody drew it on there like an art project or something. It's kind of a weird look, you know?
Yeah, it's a lot of call. I remember it was really funny the first time I sent the wife out, and she had me on her phone, you know, on her earbuds, right? I was telling her to get cock for whatever we were doing, and I made her ask the guy about the cock. So it just started getting really funny. I was having her ask for the black cock, and she prefers the black cock, and this and that, and you know, it took a while for her to realize what she was saying. I think the dude got it right away. I was laughing my ass off. What an asshole. Yeah. Get her in there to say, yeah, no, I prefer the black cock if you have it, if not the white cock, you know. And then the guy, I think, was kind of snickering. I was laughing my ass off. Hey, I'm like a little boy still. It's all funny to me, dude. What do I do for a living? This is it, man. I rebuild buses today. That's my job today. Rebuilding buses, man. I mean, we'll get into that. I still haven't done any video about what I'm doing or, you know, why I'm doing this or anything, you know, fam. But that's you know, I know I'm just one dumbass, and you know, must be nice and all these things people like to say, and you know, oh well, yeah, the world's not like that, but I think the world should be different, man. I'm not gonna go into a whole thing now, but you know, like there's a problem with that question. What do you do for a living? You know, we all ask that, and really, what you're saying is, you know, what do you do for money? That's what a living means, right? Which is the way this whole world is set up. We're just doing things for money, for dirty paper. That's really, I know this sounds all hippy dippy and stupid, but when you really think about it, that's most people, dude, and including me. I've spent a lifetime just, you know, essentially chasing the dollar. Yeah, we get distracted with family and hobbies and, you know, camping and ATVing and video games and whatever the fuck we like, you know, that we get that, you know, I'm working for Friday. You know, Monday to Friday's yours, boss, and then, you know, Friday night to Monday's mine, man, with my family, with my things. But the majority of our life is spent just fucking, you know, doing stupid shit for some money, man. And money has become the factor. And I don't think that's right, man. I think we've been hoodwinked here into this, you know. Because nobody, even a rich guy, nobody gets any satisfaction from money, dude. Money doesn't do nothing. You know, the really wealthy people, it's not the fucking money, dude. It's the game. It's the winning, you know. The satisfaction of being the man, of, you know, coming out on top. That's what it is. The money doesn't do nothing. That's just the scoreboard in that world, you know. So no, I know what the answer is, what we do with the world, how we take care of all this. No, I don't, dude. I don't. I just want to be open to the idea that maybe there's another way. Who says that this is the final way? You know, and maybe this way with money, you know, got kind of, I know I sound like, you know, the hippie, whatever you want to say, socialist, communist. I'm not saying any of these things is the way to go. I'm just saying that this current myth that we're living under, this money and free market thing, I think is a good idea, but I think has gone awry. I think is not. Well, I real quick, I get into it, man. A little bit, because I don't want to bore everyone. But if you think about this, dude, I think the original reason for money, right? Because we're all human and we have these, you know, human thoughts, desires, you know, these biological things that are in us, you know, jealousy and wariness and, you know, leeriness of things and acceptance and all the different things that we have are based on the biology of us as living organisms and how we evolved to survive, right? Of course, clearly. And so I think there's an innate thing like people don't want to be taken advantage of, right? So follow me here. I think this is what people don't really talk about a lot. I think that was the original purpose of money, because I think if you go back, way back, and I wasn't there and I'm not a historian, nothing, but if you think about it, if you think about your own family, right? Most people in their own family will help out somebody in their family because they know that person. They feel an obligation. They also know what that person does, you know, or your neighborhood. You don't know what people do behind closed doors, but you know sometimes your neighbor's real good, or people you know for a long time, they're having a hard time, or you'd give them something or whatever, help them because you know who they are. You know they're not trying to just take from you, right? And I think back in the day before money and stuff, it was that, oh yeah, I know this guy, you know, he works at he's the turkey jerker, and you know, he's giving me a turkey and I give him a cow, and
you know, you have more of a barter system and a trade, and you know everyone. Then we got more and more populated, right? And we got spread way the fuck out to where, you know, you have cities and towns, and even in, you know, medieval, way back when, you know, when they started doing town, they still had places, even back in the Egyptian times and stuff, where they had, you know, hundreds of thousands, if not a million people in a metropolis. You know, it's this whole big town city thing is not brand new. It's been around a long time. But when you have so many people dense together, you have no idea who anybody is. You know, like your little neighbors, but there's no, you know, somebody rolls in, Marco Polo comes rolling in, you got no idea where this dude's done, where he's from, where he's what. So this is the key. I think a big thing about money, why it got accepted and came about, was it's a validator. It's not that this is worth this is worth that. The reason why it caught on is because it allowed people to say, okay, you got some money, that means you're part of this system. You did something for society to get that money, so that means you're worthy of taking my goods for that money. In other words, that money is the exchange, is the variable, the plug-in for not getting taken advantage of. You're not just going to be a taker and, oh, I worked to make that food right there, grew that wheat and make that bread. I'm not going to just give it to you because, why? Not because I'm an asshole and because I desire money and money's this great thing. No, because I don't want to just do all this for you if you're going to do nothing. You know, people have this in them. We all have this kind of, we don't want to be taken advantage of kind of thing. But if you have money, then it says, oh, okay, because back in those days, the guy became the baker because he was good at baking, or, you know, because he wanted to make breads or do these kind of things, you know. But then you don't, I'm going a little off here, man. I know, I can tell it's getting a little weird, but you know what I mean? So let's picture a world where you're making the bread because you love to make bread. You're an artist, you're a baker, or you're drywall because you love moving the mud around. You're really good at it and it satisfies you and you want to see good work. Now, you don't want to do that for free for somebody because you want to feel like there's value to your work, or that the people you're doing it for are deserving is more the key. Not that there's value to your work, because remember, money is nothing but what we agree on. It's dirty paper. It really is nothing. There's no gold behind it, and gold is nothing too. It's just based on what we think is available, that there's some rarity to it. All this stuff is nothing. What is something is that satisfaction of doing this job and doing it well, because it's what you do, you know. So you're the drywall guy that does who's this fucking guy, dude, with the lights on top, and it was Clark County something. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I got no rules out here, man. You ain't telling me I can't park a bus in my front yard. Anyway, what I was saying is, if let's say you're the artist that does those walls, and so your satisfaction is doing that job and doing it just like perfectly. You see things that other people don't see, and when you nail them and get it right, your corners, your edges, you know, you did it with an economy of motion and a purity of heart and talent. You get this pride in what you did, and then the next best thing to that is having someone else appreciate it and going, look how this guy did this. This guy is an artist, and I love that he did this, right? And the money just stands in saying, okay, so this guy is worthy, you know, he didn't take advantage of me and get to be able to just, you know, take my work and not contribute somewhere else. Because that's what it really is. That's what the money says, is that I contributed somewhere else, got this money, now I'm giving it to you because let's say that guy you did the wall for is a mechanic, right? Well, you didn't have nothing for him to work on, so he didn't work for you on your car, and you just did him this wall. How do I know he's doing something? Because he has money. So that tells me he's part of the club. He's in the society, you know? It's kind of a pollution there, you know? I mean, that's, I think, the nature. And now I think what's happened is people have lost sight of that and lost sight of doing things. Not everybody, but a lot of people have lost sight of, you know, that dream, or doing things for the satisfaction of being the best at it, or doing the best that you can, or that it fills you with some kind of accomplishment, and just turn to, yeah, that's all fine and good, but I got to make some money. So let's go to school, let's get this degree, that degree, based on how much I can get paid, pay back my student loans, my credit card debt, get that fucking car. I remember when I was a kid, and I know everybody hates to hear that, oh, back in my day in the 1900s, but shit, man, cars weren't that expensive, dude, you know? You could have, I remember the first, I mean, it's not that long ago, 1980s, right? The first, late 80s car that I actually bought, you know, new, was like the one where they'd have,
They call them loss leader. It'd be like one only that they'd advertise at a price. It was a pickup truck, and it's stripped down with the vinyl floor, the manual transmission, no radio, no air conditioning. You know, it was totally stripped down, but so they could get a price in the paper, and then it was one only. So I remember I went there with my dad. I had money, you know, and I went there with my dad like first thing in the morning, because to wait in line, you know, to be the one to buy it. And actually some other guys showed up like right after they opened. And the salesman said, well, they were here first, get out. You know, I thought that was cool. I was a kid, dude, you know. I mean, I don't know, how old was I? 18, 19, something like that. Anyways, it was like $49.99, you know, $4,099. Yeah, it was a little shitbox car, but you could get also like a Nissan Sentra for around that price. I mean, there were cars down there, and you could get, you know, a car was I don't remember, like a regular car, 10, you know, grand, something like that. I don't know, dude. Now, cars are, you know, $30,000, man, is an average car, you know, brand new. It's freaking ridiculous. And these trucks and everything people are driving around in, Suburbans. I mean, these are $50,000 to $90,000 vehicles, man, for a car. I mean, you know, the cost of living and people's houses hasn't gone up that much, dude, since back then. It's fucking crazy, because we're all working on credit and working for the money, dude. We're all trapped in this fucking thing, dude. So what do I do for a living? I don't know. I spout off nonsense. I've done things. I've had a million different jobs and businesses and stuff like that, and I've done a lot of things, dude. I made a lot of money before, and I've made nothing before. You know, I've succeeded and I've failed, like most people. You know, and it's given me a perspective that to chase other things, I guess, is what I'm saying. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have the answers, man. I'm just waking up to the issue, you know, to the issue. And this whole, you know, for the dollar and for the mighty free market and all that. I'm not saying that all that's bad, but what I'm trying to say, I think, is that a lot of that has become polluted. It's not what it was meant to be, and the system's been gamed. So people aren't really caring about I'm doing this because you know, for the satisfaction of doing this, and then you'll reward me with some money because then I know you do. It's become just about the money, and what you do should have no bearing on what gives you pride and satisfaction and enjoyment. And really, that's what we need, man. I've learned that much in life. That stupid little thing is that happiness is not what we're looking for. Satisfaction, accomplishment, you know, that's what people need. Fulfillment. That's what makes you feel like you've done something, whether it's, you know, raising your family or you know, the work that you do or whatever. And a lot of that's been just given way to just making this dollar, man. And I don't think that's right, dude, you know. Now, if you're one of the lucky ones who's doing something that they're passionate about and they love, and you're getting paid for, fucking A, dude. I wish what everybody was doing. I wish that's what I was doing, you know. Talking to you guys, doing this shit. This shit gives me satisfaction, man, you know. Babbling about this nonsense to people. That's what I do, man. That's what I was born to do, is just talk about stupid shit, man, to be honest. That's what I do all the time, even to myself. So if that could make me money, fuck yeah, dude, I would be a happy, satisfied person, man. But I'm not, you know, I mean, look, there's the reality of we got to make some money, do something, and I got to do that like everybody else. But my goal in life now my goals in life now are to try and chase something that fulfills me more, and hopefully, you know, get rewarded for that enough to make a living, man, you know. And what is a living? I don't know. Everybody's at different positions and everything, but I did read somewhere, right? Uh-oh, here comes a school bus. What's he doing? No, this is not. He just drove by in a school bus. Stopped it. They're going to start parking their school buses here, man. This is the other one, yeah. Yeah, you can get a shitty car today, dude, yeah. But, you know, the bus is going to make me happy, yeah. Man, podcast. I mean, sorry, guys. I wasn't even looking at all this stuff. What's up, fam? And Carbine, I'm not fucking with you. I love you, fam. You know that, man. You know, right now I'm not doing nothing, dude. I'm doing this kind of thing. But, you know, I mean, that's the thing, dude, is to try and, you know, be rewarded for what makes you feel like you're accomplishing something and doing something. I don't know, man. If people want to listen to me, that would be great, you know. That's really all I want out of life. If they don't,
you know, that's cool too, man. I'm doing stuff for me now. But what I was gonna say, oh yeah, living. I actually saw this study, man. Where was it? I'm gonna have to look this up because I quote it a lot. But they found that there's a certain level. Actually, there's actually a number of how much money makes people feel happy and satisfied, and over under is not good. And I think it was 75,000 a year. So that the rewards of making more money increase up to about 75,000 a year, and then plateau and then fall off after that. So, you know, they say more money, more problems. And I know everybody says, oh yeah, I could do it. Well, you know, unless you've had, you know, lived in those shoes, you can't say that, dude. You know, living with nothing and living with everything both have their sets of problems. But somebody said that, yeah, I think they did some study that satisfaction goes up to about 75,000 a year and then drops off after that. So making, you know, 150, 250, 300,000, you start having, you know, different kinds of problems. And I think probably a lot of people also start having what I'm talking about here, this feeling that, hey man, now I'm up in like the 1%, I'm making big money, and you know what, I still feel like the same shit that I was, you know, because the money don't fix none of that, bro, none of it. So yeah, that's 75. And then there was a company, man, I wish I could remember, but there was this guy, I don't know if he failed, it was a startup, it was one of these, I can't remember what it was, but that was his deal, that everybody there is going to make 75 grand a year. And he took like less money, you know, as the CEO and all of that kind of thing, and the founder, and he had it set up kind of, that was like a base, like, you know, 90%, whatever, 99% of the employees were going to make 75,000, like it's a starting wage, so that everybody had a that wage, that's where I first heard about the study, that would give you, you know, satisfaction. And I don't know that. Anyway, that's the kind of thing, man. 75 grand. So I ain't making that now because I'm building the bus, and that's just costing money. But anyway, man, I think I'm gonna knock off a little early. And yeah, the AC is blowing cold as fuck, bro. But it's not enough to cool off the bus, man. This is a big bus. But no, it is helping. And the AC, like I keep saying, was just to have something in here, and at least a place where I could stand when the sweat's dripping down my balls, right here, and get just a little. You need a little bit of relief from the heat for a minute. Ooh. Yeah, it works right here. That's about it. Whatever, we put that in. That was a nice little quick engineering there with some clamps and a board, and then some duct tape and foam, and boom, we got AC in the window. What are you gonna do? Use these windows here, the emergency exit windows, because they, is it still on? Because they fold out. See how, you can't really see, I don't know, can you? Can you see out there? See how that pole's holding it up? Because the whole window folds up to a big opening. Whereas these little guys right here, couldn't be done, man. I couldn't find one that would fit in that little opening. So yeah, I got AC. The BTU, bro. The BTU on that sucker is 5,000 BTU. Yeah, not much to do anything, bro. You know, not much, dude. Yeah, it's not much. The next level up. Ooh, what is that shining on there? Oh, that's a little extension thing. That was weird. I thought there was something wrong with the camera. So this was like $129 AC. I've gone over this before, but I'll tell you too. I got the cheapest one they have at Home Depot. You know, they got them everywhere. LG, GE, they make one 5,000 BTU, 129 bucks. The next level up was only 6,000 BTU, but was 179. It came with a remote. So I figure I'm paying for the remote. The extra 1,000 BTU is not worth that much. So I went with like just the cheapest one, so it knew it wasn't going to do anything. The next level up, when you start getting to 10,000 BTU, 15,000, something that would actually, you know, do something here. Now you're talking $300, $400, $500 for a window box, and they're a lot bigger. You know, fuck that. This is excuse my language, but this is a temporary thing, man. Just for working on the bus. I'm not looking to spend all of that. I just wanted something in here as relief. And I'll tell you what's doing even more. Can you see this here? Like this to this. This window right here is already the back of my hand. It already kind of hurts. Like if I held it there, I mean, I got asbestos skin, but that's really hot right now on my hand. That is really hot, right? By the middle of the day, this will probably burn my hand.
I touched some of these with my forehead while we were taking out the seats in the middle of the day, and man, they're hot. This one here, you can't even feel it because we put, again, just temporary, but I put cardboard on the outside of the windows, on the outside, so we don't heat up the window to begin with. And this is cold. I mean, you can't even, you know. So that's a huge difference. And another thing that's got me wondering about all this insulating the inside of the bus, which I'm not going to do a whole lot of, because of these damn windows, man. I mean, with all these windows, I could insulate the shit out of the roof, the floor, the walls. These windows are just pouring in heat, man. There's no stopping it, you know. So I'm going to insulate. For working on it, I'm going to put some more cardboard up, I think, because it really is working well. And then for going forward, I'm going to think about something for the outside. Like if there's a way to cover them from the outside, or a vinyl or something that'll cover from the outside, dude. You know what I mean? Because to cover these, I mean, most people, we can curtains, or I was going to do a roller shade, you know, that comes down, maybe even motorized. It's not that expensive, dude, for how cool it looks. But in other cases, I was going to do curtains or something, and that will help a lot. But you're still allowing the heat to heat this up. Oh, yeah, this gets really hot, dude. Once this heats up, now it's a radiator, and it just radiates the heat inside. And these are tinted windows, too, because, you know, this was an Arizona bus. And I can't believe they make these in Arizona without air conditioning. It's insane. But the window tint's doing absolutely nothing. I mean, maybe there's a new tint, you know, that's out here. They got some pretty good tints. Keep the heat reflection, but I don't know. I don't know that tint's going to do a lot. You really need a hard cover on the outside, but something that opens up, you know? Maybe some, you know, a lot of people will skin over a lot of these windows to make like the motorhome look. So on the outside, they'll put sheet metal, screw it in, rivet it in, and then, you know, just whatever, a little Bondo filler and then some paint. You know, it doesn't have to be water sealed because I guess you still have the windows on the inside. I don't know that they take these out. Just cover these with foam. But maybe there's a way to do some hinged awnings. So it's a hard, like maybe make a metal, that would be kind of cool, like a metal box, like out of sheet metal, and you make a pan that's maybe a 1/2 inch deep, and you make it like a box for rigidity, and then on the inside you could put maybe a stringer across the middle or an X, you know, to make it tight. And then they'd be on a hinge. So when they're down, figure out a latch mechanism, they would cover the sides, and you know, the 1/2 inch would give it standoff from this, so there's an air gap. That would keep this really cool. And then when you get to camp or whatever you want to do, they could either flip all the way up and connect with like a ski boot type strap thing, you know, like a lock-in at the top, or have you know, a stick that comes down so that they would be sticking out straight, and then, you know, a diagonal. So they'd be like an awning. So maybe you'd have a little, like, hole here, a little cup, you know, something on the outside that they would, you know, the post, like for holding up a hood, you know, what do they call that rod? Man, I can never remember anything anymore. The hood holder rod, you know, that you know, it holds the hood up. So something like that, like a stick that would hold it up. That actually might be cool, man. So you have a bunch of these things that flop down, especially like for driving or when you're parked. If you got the sun on one side, you know, or mostly on one side, you put them down, you put some up on the other side. Because you don't want to, like, I don't want to cover all these windows, because part of what's cool about this is it's so bright in here. You know, it's a lot of light. And we like that light, bright feeling. You know, a motorhome, if you've ever been in a motorhome, they're dingy and dark as hell because they're, you know, they don't have a lot of windows. That's why, you know. Yeah, that's actually a neat idea. I just thought of that now. Maybe put a canopy out here that would flip up, you know. Or, I mean, I'm not opposed to even something cloth, but I'd be worried, you know. I mean, we could use, you know, I could use canvas, like boat canvas, you know, that blue stuff. That's pretty heavy duty, man. You know, I mean, it's marine rated. It's out in the wind, and you know, that they tie the sails down with. They use basically the same stuff on the back of convertibles. You know, the boot, well, in the old days, now everything disappears into the body and stuff, but they have a boot that would go over, you know, the convertible top and just snap on, and it was that material. So I'm not worried about the sun with it. I mean, it won't last long, but a couple seasons. But from driving down the road and this is going and have something fly off the bus would be bad. But actually, if they were hard mounted up here under this, there's a lip here. I don't know if you can see that here. Can you? Yeah, see that little lip, that little overhang? So if I hard mounted them under that, then they came straight down. I think there's a lip here. I could put, that's actually an interesting idea. I could put those snaps. I don't know if you've seen them, but like on a convertible top, they just snap in. It's basically like a rivet in the middle and then the snap, and then the other snap is on the cloth and it just snaps in, or like in the trunk, I guess the front trunk on Porsches, those 911s, all that carpet kit is like snapped in, so you can snap it, They hold pretty good. That might be a way to do it. So then there'd be like the cloth here snapped in, then what would you do? Roll it up and tie it, that'd be the easy way, or I could have these little frames that were just U's like this. I don't know, can you see that? That were a U, like the shape of this window, like this. Little lightweight frames, and then at the top of the frames, put those snaps, like 3 snaps across, right? And then down here again, put a cup, or make it a box frame with snaps, and then not, because then bending, just put a cup down here for it to rest in, and then you put the U in, and then it would lay out like that, and you'd snap it up here so that the weight of it would be pulling out, and it would pull these canvases as like awnings, so they would stick out like this, and then have legs coming. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to draw some of this stuff up, man, and think about this. If you guys got some ideas, man, struts, yeah, that is. Yeah, anybody got ideas, man? Post them in here. Hit us at the Discord. I don't know if somebody. Oh, does that still work? Let me see. Let me put the Discord thing here. Yeah, we got that whole Discord channel going from before. The Eric and Arnold show. Yeah, maybe I'll put up some old videos. You can see how this channel's evolved, right? Let's see. Does it still work when I put up the Discord link? Let me see. Nope. Why is that not working? It used to work. I think that's how you do it. See how much I know? I don't know. Shit. Here. Let me get a new invite for the Discord. How do I even do that? I like that battle bus, brah. Discord. Invite people. All right. No, that's not. What? This is a server link, right? Where's a link that doesn't expire? Expire never. Generate a new link. There we go. Copy that. Copy that, baby. Yeah, I don't know why the Discord doesn't work like that. Here's the link, man. Yeah, fast. Yeah, it should have worked like that. I don't know why, but there it is. Join the Discord, man. A lot of cool people on there. Throw some shit in there. I'm looking for ideas, man. We're starting to get into the fun part. We're talking about how the inside. Oh, I like that, Fable. Yeah. Yeah, look at Fable already put some shit up there. That's definitely the Vegas look, brah. There's a lot of those out here, man. I'm sick of that look. He put the party stripper bus on, man. That would be fun. But I got kids, man, and they're girls. A 16-year-old girl. I'm not doing a stripper party bus, bro. That'd be a bad influence, man. But, there might be a pole in my bedroom, but that's it. So yeah, dude, put some ideas in there, man. If you guys can think of anything, drawing stuff. I'm gonna put up some drawings. I got a website coming up, stuff like that. Blog about this, whatever. Put up some of the drawings. Trying to do the SketchUp, man. And I love that SketchUp. I've used it before for a lot of things, but I haven't used it in a long time. And now the SketchUp, the free SketchUp, it's such a nightmare, dude. I wanted to draw this bus real quick, but I got very used to using SketchUp a specific way with this 3D space mouse. It's called it's 3D connection. What is it? 3D. What is it? Space Navigator. I don't know. It's basically this jog dial shuttle thing that moves and like rocks this way, moves straight this way, up, down, and turns. So you get all degrees of motion. And what I got used to doing when I was doing this house, I was working on the
plans and stuff. Somebody else drew, but I modified and I've built furniture and stuff from it. But I got in this workflow where with my left hand I use this navigator thing like this, and basically that gives me full freedom of motion. So while my right hand is doing the mouse to draw things, and if you've ever used CAD or SketchUp, you know, like that extruding and moving things and putting them together, it's hard to do without rotating the model to see exactly where you are. But I got used to doing it with both hands. So with this hand you're moving the model, while with this hand you're stretching and drawing out your shapes and doing all your stuff. It's the only way for me to do it. Now I went back and tried to do it without my Space Mouse thing, and fuck, it's more trouble than it's worth. I just sketch it out in 2D and be done with the pencil, man. It just takes forever because you got to switch, you got to rotate, you got to draw, switch, rotate. The problem with SketchUp now, the free version is an online version, and because it runs in a web browser, this mouse cannot connect. I downloaded all the new drivers, everything. There's no socket, web socket, whatever, for it to work. So the only way I could use SketchUp now, I have to buy one of the versions, and they're a lot. I don't know, it's per month. I'm still thinking about it. I might pick up, I think it's per month, right? Like 20, so maybe for a couple months, I'll use the pro version or whatever. Because I really want to draw, like in 3D, it helps visualize all this, and I'll post that stuff. So I don't know if anybody knows another way. Oh yeah, there's that other, what's that other one I used? From AutoCAD through Fusion 360. That's a good one too, but we use that more for engineering stuff. I wonder if that could work. But then also, SketchUp's got that warehouse, because I tried using my old SketchUp 8 or 7. I still have that, and that I can work with. But the problem is I can't load any models. They had cool models of these buses and everything and furniture and all kinds of stuff that I want to put in here, but you can't get anything down from the 3D warehouse to use with the old SketchUp. Like, hardly any of them work. They won't, you can only download back to like SketchUp 2015 or 14, something like. I don't know. Problems, right? This is first world problems here. So we'll figure it out. Anyways, I'm going to go, man. No, you can't, bro. That's the thing, painful. I don't know where you are. Maybe it's different in the States, though. You can't download the free version, man. You can use SketchUp free, but it's only the online version. All the download versions cost, and they do that new. I mean, I'm not gonna pirate nothing and get no crack, whatever. But they do that, especially with the CAD stuff. It's got to connect online, dude, to use it. I don't even think if you had it, you can't just get like a keygen and crack it. I think it has to. Like SolidWorks and all those expensive ones, they need the connection and they need to talk all the time. Adobe, all those things. They need to talk now because everybody wants the subscription model. So, I don't know. I'll figure it out, dude. It's probably worth it. Let me go look how much it is. If it's like $20 a month for the basic whatever download version, I'll probably do it for a few months just to get this stuff knocked out. And then I think you can save those files, and then when I'm done with it, get rid of, stop paying. And then if I need it again, just pay and load my models up, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, too much nonsense. I'm off to pursue what makes me feel fulfilled, And then I got to go see the psychiatrist and see if I'm not nuts for doing all this. But I will be back probably tomorrow, maybe later today. Like I said, whenever I'm working on the bus, really, I'm just going to hit stream and do it. The basic schedule is 6 a.m. every morning, Monday through Friday. Weekends are all over the place, Still try and be out here early. 6 a.m. Pacific time. The reason so early, it's fucking hot, man. We're in Las Vegas here. It's over 100 degrees, Thanks, Painful. I appreciate it, brother. And I'm glad you're here checking this out, dude. Yeah, get some food for sure, Fast Yellow. I had my bacon Gruyere egg bites. I treated myself this morning. I went to Starbucks because that's another thing. We got to go shopping. I got no coffee beans in the house, so I had to go buy that Starbucks expensive big coffee that I like. And those little bacon Gruyere egg bites. I remember I got that sous vide cooker. I'm going to make some more of those. We're going to start doing cooking in here, too. Once I get this cleaned out, we'll start the cooking shows up, and I'll do cooking in the bus, because when we're on the road, we're going to do that, too. So a lot of cool things are going to happen. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I got to take a break today. I got this piece cut, and look at that. Perfect, man. Perfect. Like it never even happened. I'm going to clean, do the glue down, maybe later today, man, after my appointment, later this evening, or definitely tomorrow. So by tomorrow, I want to have the floor, by tomorrow, yes, I want to have this piece put in. I want to have the walls all scrubbed, the ceiling scrubbed. I want this thing clean and spotless, and then sand the floors, dude. And get down, you know, sand and caulk the floors and get down to where we have a nice building surface. And then, hey, let's start building this fucking thing up, man, right? Why waste time? Why waste time? Cover the rest of these windows. All right, so I'm going to get out of here, go get something to drink, something to eat, go see the shrink, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Later, my brazos. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. And if you want to donate, what you got to do is just bring bags of cash and throw them in the driveway. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Take care.